Every story has a protagonist. You see, the protagonist is the main character that centers that story. He or she defines the plot and moves it forward and ultimately determines whether that story is a tragedy, a comedy, a drama, or an epic. The single most important element of a story's protagonist, and thus one of the most important of a story as a whole, is that the protagonist will make a pivotal choice. If the writer does not include a life-altering choice into the story, then that story will fail. Protagonists must make decisions. A character who does not choose their own fate and thus suffer the consequences of their choice is not a protagonist at all. He or she is, at best, a background character. Donald Miller, who is a Christian author, explains it this way. He says that a good story involves a main character who wants something bad enough to the point that he's willing to go through conflict in order to get it. If a character does not want something bad enough that he's not willing to endure conflict in the story or a climax, then the reader of that story will walk away disappointed every time, simply because the main character did not make a choice. Now, the protagonist may reject that choice. That's only natural. This main character or protagonist may go back and forth for 100 pages debating on whether he should make this choice or whether she should do this. But the bottom line is they must choose. You see, readers will put up with a protagonist who isn't very likable, who is selfish, who maybe has pride or even a coward, but they will not tolerate a protagonist who does not make a choice. Actually, let's stop right here. I need to do something. Hold on. Hey. Yeah, hey.
Me?
Yeah, you and the ball cap.
But how are you?
Never mind that. Listen, this story is about you and your wife. You two are the protagonists in this story.
Oh, but I'd rather be the hero.
Hey, don't kid yourself. You do not want that kind of responsibility. Trust me.
Well, who's the hero then?
You talked about him.
When?
You talked about him in vlog 3, actually. Remember?
Oh.
He's the man, the fourth man in the fire.
Man, I've had a hard time thinking about Levi since that vlog. It's been rough.
Listen, I know. I'm actually here to remind you. To remind you of everything that you've ever read, you've ever studied, you've ever heard about this man, Jesus. I'm here to remind you. And I'm actually also here to remind you that you've been called by his name. Listen, I know the story of our day-to-day lives is extremely difficult. I understand that. Some of you have dealt with letdowns. Some of you have been through divorces. A spouse has let you down, a close friend, a parent, a church member, a leader, something's happened. Our stories are complex. They're climaxes. We talked about that in vlog 3. And they hurt. And some of us have even dealt with death, others abuse, some depression, and the list could go on and on and on and on. You know your story. However, this is where we choose, right here. And there will be times when you have to stop yourself because you may be not just choosing from day to day. You may be choosing to live from minute to minute to minute. And your entire day involves putting one foot in front of the next and just going with life. It's hard. And this is where we choose though. Are you a protagonist or are you a background character? You see, those background characters are just the face in the crowd scenes. They're the ones who just kind of fade off into the shadowlands of obscurity, and they don't really add anything to the story. They're just there to fill space. So I'll put it this way. Are you living or are you existing? It's no wonder God said in Deuteronomy 30:19, He said, I am calling for the heavens and the earth to be witnesses against you this very day. I'm offering you the choice
of life or death. You can choose either blessings or curses, he says. But this is how he finishes. But I want you to choose life. We know the choice that God wants us to make. So listen, an epic story involves a main character, a protagonist, who wants something and is willing to go through conflict in order to get it. God is wanting to publish your life. He has written his story upon your heart, and he's wanting to publish you. So the question is not whether God's a good author. The question is, are you going to let him be the finisher? We have to make that decision. Are you living, or are you just existing? Are you the protagonist, or are you the background character? Hey everybody, I hope you enjoyed vlog 5. I'm doing something a little bit different with this particular storyline. I'm going to be having vlog 5.5 on Monday. Now don't go crazy, I'm going to have another vlog on Friday, but I just wanted to do something a little bit different. So this Monday, I'm actually going to continue this particular sequence, and I'm going to be talking about the antagonist. So be sure and tune in on Monday at 12 Central Standard Time, and then again on a normal regular time on Friday. Hope to see y'all there.